Everyone, back here with John. Got some exciting financing to go over, but first things first. John, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
And not bad, not bad. About to be Canada Day here, which is pretty much the July 4th, obviously. So things are excited. Hopefully, a good next couple weeks ahead. But I guess let's hop into it. Do you want to maybe take the financing from the top and just give people, in case they missed it, all the information?
Sure. We got contacted by an institutional group that said, hey, we're interested in providing some growth capital for you. And we were able to work out some terms. As a growth company, you can always use capital at the right terms to grow the company a little faster. And the additional capital allows us to put certain things in place. Like we have been in the process of identifying potential candidates for the sales and marketing position. And we have really nailed it down, and we feel we're not that far away from announcing that person. Another item that has been kind of sitting, but we're ready to go, is to engage the animal study from a marketing standpoint with one of the universities. It allows us to move a little faster. From a production standpoint, it allows us to speed up a little more automation from the standpoint of making syringes a little bit faster and help bring us to a cost reduction in the manufacturing process. So also we're able to probably do a little bit more marketing than what we had initially planned to help drive the Kush sales, because as all sales organizations know, the more you spend on marketing, actually, the more you sell. There's a direct correlation.
No, for sure. Well, which one, so you touched on a bunch of things. What's the one you're the most excited about? Is it marketing? Is it hiring the person? Or is it even the manufacturing?
Well, they're all accretive in different areas. The manufacturing, additional hardware components, automation equipment will bring the cost of production down, and obviously that expands margin. You're excited about that. The marketing aspect drives more product into the vet's hands, and we feel that is extremely helpful from a networking sphere of influence, because these vets will talk to other vets, they'll publish some of the advancements or the improvements of the animals, and we think that is really what we call the rate of acceleration of vet acquisition. In options, financial terms, we call that gamma, the rate of acceleration. So we're excited to see that number increase.
Yeah, no, makes sense for sure that you'll be able to, of course, see more vets with the syringes in their hands. Do you maybe want to touch on how big of a financing it was?
It was a small piece of $600,000. We drew the first 300. We'll be probably drawing the other 300 here probably in 60 days. We're still working through the finalization of the added dollars to the budget and see where we can get the best return for that expenditure of dollars.
Oh, I think that's awesome. I mean, hey, $600,000, not as big as some of the other things you hear, and sounds like it's going to be going right to business development, which is fantastic, and accelerated growth. Is there anything else on the financing you want to?
Yeah, it was the timing. The timing of the financing was correct, right, where we saw that the money coming in will help grow the business.
Yeah, and that's what everyone wants, right? So I think that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to touch on anything about maybe Kush itself and how its adoption has been going over the past couple weeks, even
Yeah, we're
couple
getting
months
good
last
feedback.
year?
Yeah, we're getting good feedback from the vets that have gotten the product recently. There is a good group that we're dealing with, we're excited with. Hopefully they'll be ready to take the product next week, and we're excited to see conversion of those vets. There'll be a pretty good number of vets that come on if everything goes right. Getting the vets to come on is the most difficult thing on the initial one. But the good thing is the head of the group is using the product next week to try out. And I mean, you never know because it works on a high percentage of the dogs or horses, but there's always a small percentage that the benefits aren't as good as what we have seen.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the dog, like you said. And I mean, hey, I'm sure, and I saw the look on your face. You're kind of feeling good about it. You expect good things to come from this vet testing it out. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
and you know that the cycle for it turning around into reorders is around 120 days, 90 to 120 days, because the vet wants to see, you know, over a longer period of time, and the vet also waits for the customer to maybe come back for something else or calls back or so. But we're, you know, so we may not see something immediately, but we feel very comfortable within the next 120 days or so, we'll see some benefit.
Cool. Well, I think that was pretty good coverage. I don't know how much more we can say about a financing, especially of $600,000, but it sounds like it's all, being used for exactly what people would like, business development, sales, or hiring a salesperson. So relatively speaking, the same thing. And then it seems like there's some good traction so far and growing traction with the product. Is there anything else you want to kind of put on top of this? Maybe we can use this as an update to people as we head into July.
July, I think, will be interesting for us. I think, hopefully things will fall into place and we'll have more good information to provide.
Awesome. Well, I guess we can kind of leave this one here. I know a little bit shorter of a video this time, but should answer that financing question that we've been seeing. Sounds good. Anything you want to put on top of it, John?
Nope, just looking forward to next updates for the shareholders and so on. And have a good 4th of July weekend.